Hi there friends, and welcome all of you. You are on my channel, Another Russian. This channel about Russian language and Russian, about Russian culture, about the Russian mentality, about Russian, and not only. And I will tell you briefly about myself, about this channel, and why I created this channel, also what it's about and who it may be useful for. So my name is Max, I'm from Russia. I was born and grow up in St. Petersburg, but the last 8 years I have been living in the Kingdom of Thailand and the city of Bangkok. I want to tell you right away that I'm not a teacher of Russian, but I will try to help you learn it. English, how you already know, English is not my first language, and this is my first video in English, and of course I will make mistake speaking it. I'm sorry guys. It will be much easier for me to talk about the channel in my native language, and I will do it later. Now I decided to recorded this video in English. I don't have a prompter, as you see. This text I wrote down, and now I'm reading it because it's not realistic for me to remember it all. I use simple words and simple sentences because English, as you already know, English is not my native language. My apologies guys. Okay, so this channel I primarily created for those who are learning Russian, for those who want to improve it, to learn something new for themselves, to learn new words, new sentences, and conversation phrases. But due to the situation in the world, my plans have been greatly changed. The text or rather the script of this video I had to correct, but I want to convey to you the essence of the creating of this channel, and I hope you will understand me. In general, this channel is for those who want to understand speakers of such a difficult and hard to learn language as Russian, and that was the first task of creating this channel. But now I have revised my plan and will make content on various topics, both about Russian and Thailand, as since I live here in Thailand, but also want about the situation in the world, of course in my words and my point of view. My content will be not only for those who study Russian, but also for those who may be interested in my videos. Also, I want to remind you that this video has subtitles in Russian, so that you can not only watch this video but also read everything that I say in Russian. Maybe it will help someone to understand me better. In this video I will try to tell you briefly why I decided to create this channel almost 2 months ago. First of all, the purpose of creating this channel was to help people who studying such a complicated language as Russian, to give them content that is virtually not existent on the YouTube platform, and to give content only in Russian for those who already have experience in learning Russian, plus who are studying Russian at the moment, and who already understand at least a little bit of Russian. That is, watch video in Russian, listen to the Russian language and pronunciation, and see the spelling of words and sentence in the subtitles in the video itself. And who is ready to listen to native speakers in my person, guys. I wanted to do this channel exclusively in Russian, but now I gave up the idea. I have already said that I have changed the text on this video, but I want to explain to you why I prepared content for learning Russian exactly in Russian. I will try to explain you guys why. Firstly, as a foreign language learner, I have conquered this problem, and many people here will understand that I am talking about as the very understanding of the language from a native speaker. I mean, this means that we who are learning a foreign language seem to understand what the teacher in the language school or in courses tell us. We seems to understand what is writing in study materials in textbooks or books. We seems to understanding how to speak correctly or how native Russian speakers should speak, but there is a big but. When we listen to native speaker speech, when we watch movie or listen to music, we tell ourselves, I don't understand a fucking thing. How I'm learning what what I do. And for my personality, this is first thing that I don't like about myself, that how to say, pisses me off. Меня это бесит, as they say in Russian. You could be say that меня это бесит. It seems that you trying to learn, and sometimes it even seems that you understand a native speakers quite well, but in practice is not always as you would like it to be. Bring to the subtitle in Russian mercy to say to speak in your Russian with a native speaker in my face and give you the opportunity to improve their knowledge with pleasure. This is the first reason I created this channel and why I want to make this channel only in Russian for learners of Russians. Secondly, the second reason for creating the channel, another Russian channel, is that studying Russian, including independently, many people have noticed that there are not many good materials for learning Russian from native speakers themselves. I mean some interesting, exciting, stimulating materials, and certainly not boring. I'm not talking about professional teacher. I'm not a teacher myself, and I'm not able to teach, and of course I won't able to teach anyone Russian on professional levels. I mean, but if you want to talk to me in Russian or for your practice or any topics that interest you, you're welcome, guys. All the links to contact me or the channel, I will glad to help you, which this of course free. Will be honest, I don't know myself the grammar or my native language, but I'm native speakers. I just know how to speak correctly, how to express my thought, why exactly should I speak this way, and where to put the right accent in words. If you talk about learning a foreign language in any language, there are always some difficult moments: grammar, spelling, turns of phrase, or of course speaking. Even the very word speaking in Russian, for my personality as a native speaker, is how to say that, just a little funny. I mean, I don't know why, but it seems to me that among native speakers you won't hear it. Any sentence, the word speaking in English sounds good and beautiful, doesn't it? And говорение in Russian, speaking, говорение, I don't know, is just funny words for me, just little. Okay, whatever. School course, textbooks, or the good, no doubt, is all very important, and in principle you can do without it all. Whether you study in school, at university, on a language course, or independently from video of books, as I did, sooner or later most language learners face the problem of losing interest in learning. From my experience, I can say that when you get to sentence stage of learning, you become bored, not interested. You lost the desire to learn language, and other words, you lost interest. Is same simple words. Maybe this is just my case, but I hope I'm not alone here. Well, from my personal life, I made a little progress for myself. Personally, I discovered a better method, not the best of course, but a more interesting way to master information in the study for me. I just started to watch English speakers, bloggers on variety of topics, politics, sports, watch movie, listen to podcast, and write and write on some new words, phrase, or whole sentence. So I get a renewed interest in learning, and learning itself doesn't become too boring for me. Again, not always that we are told the teacher is found the everyday life in life speech. I mean, particularly here, I mean in communicate among native speakers. Speaking of myself, I don't like to read. To tell you true, guys, I've never been interested in it in my life. I'm lazy, and for me, visual perception of information has always been more interesting and more memorable. In the future, on this channel, I will touch upon this topic more, that once we will return to it, on the examples of Russian as a native language for me, and on the examples of my experience in the study of both English and Thai. I also hope you will share your experience and your methods of learning a foreign language which work best for you. Maybe many of you have already learned English, French, Chinese, Japanese, whatever, and are now studying Russian. So subscribe this channel, guys. There's a lot of interesting things to come, and I will continue. For learners of Russian, unlike English, in fact, there is not much materials in the format of just mastering the Russian language by simply watching video or listen to podcast. For examples, I want to clarify, I mean in Russian. Of course there are and there are many good channels, but in most cases this channel are directly from professional teacher, partial information to given, and grammar is given to you, some rules are explained, and then you have to pay for your training, buy a course, or take private lessons. This normal, this is right, and this is how it should be, I think so. Everything here would agree with me. Any work should be paid for. I have nothing against here. Okay, by creating this channel, I would like to be useful to everyone in learning Russian, and I will try to help you all the asking you as a payment to subscribe to my channel, like this video, and maybe share this video with others who are also learning Russian like you. like you. So I will try to make interesting and not boring content in Russian for foreigners. The second reason for creating my channel, I can also add that perhaps here you will find new friends or meet like minded people, maybe. However, let's continue. Many people will probably have a question at this point: why do you need this? Is a good question. As I said before, I've been living in Bangkok for the past 8 years, and I love this country and the people. I love this weather here, especially since I'm from St. Petersburg, where it always rains. Today rains. Okay. Of course, the natural here is great. Whereas the scene always sunshine. There's even small mountains. There's fresh fruits all years around. I also like Thai culture. Is custom there. The Thai mentality is some way I like to, and many other things. The list go on, and it will be harder to say what I don't like here, and we will talk about it that too in the future in our author's video. Thailand and the years of living here have taught me a lot, but probably the main thing I've living here, or maybe I just come to a conclusion here, it is that we should do good deeds, no think about any profit, about any benefit for ourselves and return, to try to sometimes useful where your action can help someone. That is, I would say it in simple language, help where you can help. In Russian we say помоги там, где ты можешь помочь, something like that. I don't want to get too deep into psychology, religion, or the meaning of the life here and now, to making this video longer and more boring. But it seems to me that in my last year here, having gone through and lot both good and bad, I came to the conclusion that you should always act according to your conscience, which good intentions, and the hope that you will able to help someone with your actions. My English, sorry guys, I'm so sorry. And in my video I will try to help you in learning such a difficult but beautiful and rich language as Russian. I so much hope that this video will be useful for you, interesting, and will give you new knowledge. Friends, I prepare a lot of interesting content for you, and already I did new videos for you, and your like and subscription to the channel will give me incentive to do all this. I also want to ask you to leave in the comment of this video the topics that would be interesting to you, so I can understand what video on this channel I need to prepare for you first. Thank you guys, thank you also for you watching this video. I apologize for my English, I'm learning with you guys, I'm so sorry, and today I'm nervous. Okay, and be sure to subscribe to the channel. This is the main intensive for me, and I promise you that all the best person still to come. Thank you guys, thank you my friends, have a nice day, and see you this channel guys, bye.